Hello engineers, कैसे हो आप सब? Hopefully you are well. I am also fine and hopefully you are well also. So today question, hopefully you already watched my shorts which I have uploaded about the constructor. Okay, I am going to upload the constructor video. So come to the point. Let's don't waste the time. What is constructor? As you know, constructor is a block of code similar to the methods. It is called when instance of the class is created. At the time of calling the constructor, memory for the object is allocated in the memory. It is a special type of methods that is used to initialize the object. Every time an object is created using new keyword, at least one constructor is called. This is a very simple definition about the constructor. Constructor you can learn. Okay, how Java constructor are different from Java methods? Constructor must have same name as the class within which is defined. It is not necessary for the method in the Java. Like you have need to give same name as the class name, but it is not mandatory for the methods. Constructor don't return any type, while method have return type or void if don't return any value. Simple, it is very simple difference. Constructor are called only once at the time of object. Constructor are called only once at the time of object creation, while method can be called any number of times. It will call constructor will called only at the time of object creation, while method can be called any type of numbers. Now let us come up the syntax of the constructor. See, class get and this one the constructor, this is called constructor, this one. See the syntax, got it my point? We are create a object of the above class using the below statement. This the statement call above constructor gig object new gigs. Okay, so test object new test. The first line of the constructor is called the super or this. A call to a constructor of a superclass or overloaded constructor. If you don't type in the call to super in your constructor, the compile will provide you with non-argument call to super at the line of code. The super constructor must be called to create an object. When object is create, then constructor will called. Simple. If you think your class is not subclass, it actually is. Every class in Java is the subclass of a class. Object, class object. Even if you don't say extend object in your class definition. Need of construction in the class. Think of a box. If we talk about the box class, then it will have some class variable like length, breadth, height. But when it come to create its object, box will not exist in the computer memory. Then we can a box be there with no value defined for its dimension? The answer is no, no defined. So structure are used to assign value to the class variable at the time of object creation, either explicitly done by the programmer or by itself. When constructor is called, each time an object is created using new keyword, at least one constructor is invoked to assign initial value to the data member of the same class. Rules for writing constructor are as follows. Constructors of a class must have same name as the class name in which it is resides. Constructor in the Java cannot be abstract, final, static or synchronized. It is the very important. This is asked same question in Airtel कि we can read question. Construct in Java cannot be abstract, final, static and synchronized. Abstract, final, static. Access modifier can be used construct declaration to control its access. Access modifier can be used like public, private, protected or default, which other class can also call constructor. So by far we have learned constructor used to initialize object state link method. Constructor also contain a collection of statement instruction that are executed at the time of object creation. Type of constructor in Java. Now is the correct time to discuss type of constructor. First is the default constructor, parameterized constructor, copy constructor. Mainly we use default constructor, parameterized, copy also widely we used, but come to the 2 points. Default constructor that no parameter is known as the default constructor. Default constructor is invisible. Default constructor that has no parameter known as default constructor. Default constructor is invisible, and if write a constructor with no argument, the compiler does not create a default constructor. It is taken out, it is a being overloaded and called the parameterized constructor. Default constructor changed into parameterized constructor, but parameterized constructor cannot be changed into default constructor. Okay, let's give one example for you. Yes guys, go ahead and see. As you can see, I have written one code, class test and constructor, and I have mentioned like this. And you can do in a different way, this is the programming, whatever you want you can do like that. It is not a just like any big deal or kind of thing. So you can perform same thing in a one class, or you can perform in a different class also. Class test one, and this one system.out from this one I have printed, and create another class and main method and call that function. Simple. Then you can see the subscribe, like and share, comment and that channel. Send I will again. Answer is same. You can do in a different manner also, like let's suppose if I remove this and that will be work also, hopefully. Yes, guys, this is my channel, please subscribe. See, it will work. Okay, hopefully you are getting my point. And yes, so move ahead, we are going back and come to the yes, one point you remember, default constructor provide the default value to object like 0, null, and depending on the type. Default constructor provide the default value. Default value, give me a moment. Default constructor provide default value to the object like 0, null, or pending of the parameterized constructor in the Java. Constructor that has parameter is also known as parameterized constructor. If you want to initialize the field of a class with our own values, then use the parameterized constructor. Remember, key point is there, constructor return, does constructor return is any value? This is the interview question, please write in your notes. There are no return value statement in the constructor, but constructor return the current value instance. We can write return inside a constructor. Okay, so let's go with the example. Yes guys, as we are reading the parameterized constructor, this one, and see what I did. I have created one class and take two variables and create one constructor and provide the subparameters and call. You know why we are using this keyword? This keyword used to reference the instance variable values, or reference the instance variable, instance method, instance variable, instance class of variables, instance class of methods. We use these keywords. Okay, so this dot stat equal to stat, this dot number equal to numbers, and main methods same like call the object, create a object of a class and provide the values whatever we want, and call this constructor a.stat. Then it will come here a.stat, because we have initialized this one constructor and this one object of the class for the constructor, and we'll go there and this and provide the output. Then see, Komal Rawat, 9, this is the parameter constructor, Got it my point? See guys, what I did, we have commented this dot state this dot number from this code, so output is null is 0. Like what is doing, instance this keyword is referring the instance variable values. It is same for methods, it is same for function, it is same. So now as that is the keyword or variable, we are referring the value of stat. So if we will uncomment it, then it will fetch the values from the function whatever we are providing object. We will fetch the data from the object, just this one, and it will print. See, okay, now fine, hopefully you are getting my point. Okay, so let's move on. Copy constructor. Unlike other constructor, copy constructor pass with the another object with the copies the data variable from the pass object to the newly created object. Unlike copy constructor is passed with the another object which copies the data available from the pass object to the newly created object. Note, in Java there is no such inbuilt copy constructor available like others. We can create our own copy constructor by passing the object of the same class to other instance of the class. Okay, so we have one question for you. Can we Java constructor be private? Yes, constructor can be declared private constructor used in the restriction object creation. Like let's suppose you can create one private. Already we mentioned earlier, access modifier allow in the constructor, but abstraction, final, static and synchronization it doesn't allow in the constructor. So let's see. Hello, so last example was the copy constructors. Let's see that example. So class, we have created the one class for the stat and declare the variable for the string name and int id also. This is the same thing, and we create one is constructor, parameterized constructor. See, that is the parameterized. You know, while creating a program, we use multiple things, not a single topic or single things in a one constructor. Like we are creating a program for copy constructor, but we are using parameterize also. Okay, so this is the parameterized constructor, string name and int id. And let's see, this dot name we have already discussed in a previous program. This dot name the variables is declared, this dot name equal to name, this dot id equal to id, and as that object, this dot name, what we are doing, we are copying the constructor here. Copy constructor, like this one is the parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructor, this is the copy constructor. We are copying the this one constructor, we are copying the constructor, and we have create the main class and declare initialize the main method, and this is the just understanding to better way. And what we are doing, you see, we have provide the parameterized values, we have provide the parameter in the constructor parameterized. Then what we did the copy the constructor here. I did copy the constructor. See, sdate is the what, the class name or constructor name, yes, and initialize the value in update and new and update one. So it is the copy in the update. So what we did, copy constructor over here, we implemented the constructor. Yes, so we parameterize and call the values and print the update dot name, for because we have fold the values in the update variable, and dot name that update the id, then run it, then we are getting see, then see Komal Rawat 9. Okay, got it. Hopefully you are getting my concept, and hopefully you are understanding the point, and please watch the complete video, then we'll get a full concept. And thank you so much you are watching my video, and one more request to you, please subscribe and share this channel, and we'll upload a lot of videos. Thank you.